Welcome everybody to Star 106.3 FM Stadium in Townsville for the Grand Final Grand Final Series Game 1 between the Townsville Heat and the Cairns Marlins. I just lost my fisherman's lolly. Broadcast is brought to you by Nothing But Net Media, the Australian Sports Network, and of course TCTC, the Townsville Creative Technologies College, also Townsville Basketball. I'm John Guarna, and I'm joined tonight by Dave Derwin. Dave, couple local rivals here. This is a huge game and a huge matchup. It's for all the marbles, and rivalries don't get much bigger than Cairns Townsville. Yeah, absolutely. Something that's been going for plenty of years, Johnny. And you got, Townsville's been one of the best teams all year against probably the hottest team right now. So the big thing is can Cairns sustain this wonderful play they've been displaying, which is great inside, outside, points in the paint, transition, shooting the three, and really been grinding out defensive, great defensive stops. So can they keep going? For Townsville, they looked amazing for the first half, and they're super shaky in the second half against Brisbane. Almost blew a 27-point lead. Can they learn from that last week and do enough to get the win tonight? It's going to be a very interesting thing. Your referees for tonight, Dave. We've got, I thought I had them here, but I don't have them. Well, Lukey Patrick, Mark Mill, and Alex. There they are. There he is, down there. Yep, and don't forget your QBL referees for the 2018 season are proudly sponsored by Reliable Insurance Solutions. To get the right call on your insurance, contact the team at Reliable Insurance Solutions. Referees, they're the veteran referees. We saw in the women's matchup, referees let them play. You're expecting the same in the men's final. Yeah, absolutely, and I think it'll be, again, you really got to set the tone early, be real physical, come out, make the referees make a call, establish that, and then react out of those first opening calls. But again, Cairns has done a really good job of balancing that points in the paint, three ball, and getting out and in transition. So they've really been playing super basketball of late. And Townsville have obviously had a good grindy win against the Gold Coast. And again, they blew a lead, but they did enough to win the game, and that's all that matters. And so now it's 0-0. They're playing at home. They're going to hope this 1,000-strong crowd can get them home for the W. What are your key matchups for both teams? Obviously, Christian Gerlina has really taken his game to another level here for Cairns Marlins. If you're at Townsville, I think he's at the top of your scout. What do you have to do to slow him down? Well, I don't know, because he was terrific. He's coming off shooting the ball well. He's putting it on the deck. Again, Blanchfield locked him up a little bit, and we're like, oh yeah, Mackay's got up well. And then he came out, fought back, hit the massive three that was a big momentum, albeit a bank, but he'll take it. And he's really mixed it up really well. I think you want to force him off the three, 7 of 8 against Logan. He's been terrific the last couple of weeks. But again, Fish has been good. Nwelaway's been terrific. Kristovich has been good. So, other than Kwani maybe had a bit of a quiet game last week, they're really getting good production out of their starters, and equally for Townsville, they've been terrific. Froling was probably their only quiet guy last week, and he's been averaging, 20 points, 10 rebounds. I'm looking for him to have a big game tonight. Yeah, if you're Cairns, what do you do to contest the size of the Townsville Heat? You look at it, Froling's a nearly 7-footer. You got Justin Baker at about 6'8". PC is pretty big at the 3 spot, and Jordan Jett might not have the height, but he's got the strength. How do you match up with the size advantage, though, that Townsville has here if you're Cairns? Well, again, just being really simple. They just got to keep it simple, keep them in front of them, show lots of bodies, and rebound. Again, Brisbane had a massive comeback last week, and Townsville looked a little shaky, and I think that's going to be in the back of their mind no matter what. But Jet seems to be come ready to play too, as he's getting towards the end of the season, getting in good condition. Obviously, he's going into the NBL shortly. Baker's been really strong for them too the last few weeks, particularly as well. Yeah, I'm going to be very interested to see how Michael Nwelaway goes for Cairns. He's found another level here in the finals. He and Gerlina have really spearheaded this Cairns team, but it's a true team effort. And this Townsville team was built for this right here, Dave. The grand finals, they want to go back-to-back on their home court this time, and Froling powers his way to the bucket for 2. And that's what I think we're going to see a lot of, Harry Froling inside for Townsville.
Yeah, and that's pretty clever. Again, he's a big guy. He's got a decent size advantage on the Wellaway, that's for sure.
Here's Jerlina matched up with Wilcher. Wilcher strips it. Not sure if they got the reach-in foul. They are going to give that one to Josh Wilcher.
Good early possession from Jerlina. Johnny not settling for the jump shot. I mean, and again, I think he's got a reasonable size difference on Wilcher.
And I think it's an interesting matchup for Wilcher. He's going to have to work really hard. Krislovich going to fire the wing three. That's off. Tipped around. Froling comes down with it. Jordair Jet skips it for Crawford. Goes right to the bucket to lay it up and in. That one was too easy for Townsville. Kwani goes inside, back from Nuelaway, and lays it up and in. It's a good answer there from Cairns.
Yeah, we talked about pace over the last couple of weeks, Johnny, with Cairns, one of the slower teams. That was until the last fortnight when they're putting up 112 and 90 odd against Mackay. So
they forced the turnover there. Jerlina has it. Reverse layup is good. We're tied at 4. And I think that's one thing that Cairns has really been doing well, Dave, is forcing turnovers and scoring off of them.
Yeah, they have.
Fisher guarding Josh Wilcher. Froling thought about the three and then squares up. Gonna go right at Krislovich. Fadeaway jump shot is short.
Well, I'm pretty sure they can get a better shot than that. I understand everyone wants to get a touch and get a shot up, but they just got to be a bit more patient.
Kwani, top of the key, three. Rattles off the front and then the back of the rim and out. Froling against Krislovich. This is going to be a matchup to watch. Baker's going to fire the wing three. That rattles home.
Well, I was just going to say, for me, Baker's going to give you Baker, and I think they really need to establish him early, just so Townsville can all feel good about themselves and get in the offense earlier. Bad air ball.
That's a good look. Krislovich showing that he could hit the three, just not on that opportunity. But getting back to Justin Baker, to me, he is the key in this game, in this series, really, for Townsville. He's a tough matchup for Nuelaway. And really, there's not a good matchup for him because he's so versatile. As you see him take the Wilcher pass and lay it up and in. Fisher nearly lost it and recovers. Jet with the defensive assignment on Fisher. Here's Kwani driving baseline. Finds Jerlina, steps into a long two that's in and out. Tipped by Froling, recovered by Baker. And there it is inside. Froling, though, lost it on the way up and goes out of bounds. It was a great look. He had great position.
Good seal. Again, do the work early, big fella. Just slipped out of his hands, but that's really good position.
There's Jerlina on the opposite wing, goes inside for Krislovich. Now Nuelaway going right at the defense with the left hand and lays it in.
Wow, really showed a powerful move straight at Froling's chest. Just too quick.
And strong. I mean, he's been guarding 4s and 5s in the finals run here for Cairns and doing a great job. Now Froling with Kwani on him, going to back down against Kwani. Picks up his dribble, finds Crawford along the baseline. Now Baker recovers, and they're going to call him for 3 seconds. Take this quick time to give a shout out to the Townsville basketball sponsors, A. Gabrielli Constructions, Dennis's Computers, Q Solutions, Beehive, Mendy Constructions, and Grill Townsville. As Jet comes up with the steal, goes to the left hand. They're going to get a foul. I think that one's going to go against Fisher. Wilcher wanted the professional foul, but they're just going to get him for the reach-in. Here's Crawford on the curl. Finishes the layup strong. Nearly got the steal. He knocks it out of bounds. And Crawford, Dave, going back to the 2017 Grand Final Series, he had some huge moments in that championship run for Townsville. Certainly a wily veteran and capable of heating up at any moment.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You just got such attack with this Townsville roster.
Delaway's jump shot too strong. Baker with the defensive rebound. And Wilcher, of course, the 2017 QBL Grand Finals MVP. Froling on the baseline, spins baseline, lost it on the way up, recovers out to Crawford. Great pump fake, fires the three. It's short. Jerlina in there for the rebound. Krizlovic inside for Kwani. Turnaround jump shot is good. 11-8 now, Townsville in the lead.
Yeah, good variety from Cairns early on. Kwani getting, just making a simple little dive in. Good too for him to mix it up, because sometimes the three doesn't fall for him. It gets a little one-dimensional, so it's a good mix-up as Baker goes to work in the block.
Yeah, we started calling Justin Baker the shot maker, and he's made a couple here early for Townsville. Nice dive, nice pass inside. Nuelaway finishes.
Yeah, great action from Cairns. Little pocket pass from Jelena, and an even better play from Fab.
Dave, we covered the two Cairns games, the quarterfinal and the semifinal. Had a lot of success with the screen offense in that horn set. We've yet to see it here early, but still finding plenty of success as Froling fires a three. That's strong. Jet gets inside and finishes with the left hand. Jelena stops, pops. It's strong. Froling knocks it off the rim. Then Baker with a nice seal and finishes the layup. Townsville is up by 7, 17-10. Coach Jamie O'Loughlin's forced to take a timeout as Townsville on a bit of a run to increase the lead to 7.
Yeah, really great start from Townsville. And I guess for Cairns defensively, who have been super terrific, really Townsville's getting whatever they want early in this first quarter.
Yeah, we'll see. Timeout taken on the floor, so we'll take one as well. We'll come back shortly with the rest of the first quarter action here live from Star 106.3 FM Stadium in Townsville. Back with you here from Star 106.3 FM Stadium in Townsville. The Heat out to a 17-10 lead, Dave. Pretty much doing it through a balanced attack as they have all season. Baker and Froling leading the way.
Well, you know, we sort of took Baker for granted a little bit, telling you he's going to get his. Well, he's been terrific. 9 points early, and to be honest, he hasn't done anything super terrific. He's just given him a good target and finishing. It's really been that simple.
Got to give a shout out to Sarah and the Basketball Queensland comp staff tuning in on the YouTube channel. If you're watching, let us know so we get you a shout out as Krizlovic is fouled by Froling, and he'll go to the line for a couple. Krizlovic hits the first. Staring right into the blue crew on the baseline. Nothing more intimidating in sports than a man with a vuvuzela.
Say that 3 times fast, Johnny.
Krislovich hits them both, so the lead is 5 now for Townsville.
Krislovich or the Fuvuzela?
Try and do that back to back.
That's why it's big fab for me, mate. Keep it simple.
Froling, good ball movement. Crawford wide open for 3. It's off the back of the rim. Fisher running the point. It's just been a great run for the Marlins here in the finals. Everyone's played excellent. Here's Newellaway going to work in the block. His pass stolen though by Jet. Good read there by Jet. Froling's open. Left wing 3 is up and good. Harry Froling, the big man, drains the 3. Looks like a warning there to Justin Baker. Mark giving out the warnings, having a quick chat to Baker and the bench. Bit of chatter you got to believe, right?
Sure. No grand finals. Everyone's a little pumped. Doesn't take much to get Rod hot, right? Let's be honest.
No, he doesn't.
We love Rod.
Newellaway skips it. Jerlina is going to fire a 3. Hits the front of the rim. Jet goes inside Baker. It's too high for Baker. Fisher finds Krislovich, hands off Jerlina. Baseline jumper is up and off the back of the rim. Townsville's got a 3-on-2. Baker taking it all the way himself. It's too strong. Jet, though, tips it up and in.
Yeah, D-Trans for Kansas. Got to get a bit cleaner. Jet looks like he's still in first gear, but he's making good decisions in transition. And then that time, great job hitting the glass, cleaning up the putback.
Kwani goes to the baseline, throws up the bank shot. It's no good. Crawford grabs it. Now Jet has it. Back to Crawford. Good hesitation there from PC.
Yeah, a little
and he travels. Left his feet and came back down. Matty Reese checking in for Justin Baker. (22-12) the lead here for Townsville. We've got about 1:30 left in the first quarter. As Krislovich has it. Kicks it out. Kwani from the wing for 3 is good. Second three-pointer of the night for Kwani. Cuts the deficit to 8.
Yeah, well,
Excuse me, 7.
You know he was not going to put up another quiet one. He was a little quiet in Mackay.
Foul's going to go against Anthony Fisher. His first, the team's second. And Pryor and Smith check in for Cans. Krislovich and Fisher get a breather. So floor wipers cleaning up a bit of moisture along the baseline there. Wilcher gets the Froling screen. There's Reese at the free throw line. Back out, Froling, top of the key 3. Hits the back of the rim. Tipped around. Pryor comes down with it. Keegan Tudhope also on the court for Townsville. Jerlina now for Newellaway. Throws up the little floater. That's good. Michael Newellaway. Effective early again. Wilcher gets around Smith. Kicks it out. Tudhope's wide open for 3. Misses. Smith wasn't ready for it, and Dave, we mentioned it. Matty Smith had a huge 10 points in that semifinal win over Mackay last weekend.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it was a big impact, but, you know, again, 10 points in a close game. A lot of those offensive rebounds that Kansas has done a really good job of nailing as Newellaway.
Reese gets called for the kick ball. But you see, that was that bit of horn set action there from Cairns. Townsville doing a good job shutting it down.
Yeah.
But nice counter, though. Ball reversal. Yeah, that's what you always taught me.
Yeah, absolutely. Good penetration, too. Just Reese's foot got in the way.
Newellaway with the left hand is too strong. Kwani with the offensive rebound and putback is good. And it looks like Coach Anderson now forced to take a timeout as that was the end of the quarter. I thought it was a timeout, but that was it as Kwani beats the buzzer to cut the deficit to 3 heading into quarter-time break. Where'd that 10 minutes go, Dave? It's crazy.
I don't know, went quick.
It was a great first quarter of action. It's a 3-point lead for Townsville at the break. We'll take a quick one. We'll come back with some statistics and the second quarter of action for you live here from Star 106.3 FM Stadium in Townsville. Back with you here live from Star 106.3 FM Stadium in Townsville. It's the start of the second quarter. It's a 22-19 lead for Townsville over Cairns. Probably not the end of the quarter Townsville was hoping for after getting out to such a hot start as Kwani beat the buzzer to cut the deficit to 3.
Yeah, they did. Froling did a good job of moving his feet and contesting the Nuelaway drive. And because he had to rotate, Kwani got off, got that little cheap little offensive rebound and putback. Again, stats pretty even, Johnny. Townsville up +5 on the rebounding, but they have got those 5 turnovers. And so generally for the year, they did a really good job looking after the ball, 5th in turnovers. So they can clean that up as Wiltshire turns the corner.
Turnover there from Jerlina Reese. Left-handed floater is good. Not the start of the quarter that Cairns wanted. Want to take a quick timeout to shout out Josh and Liam Hosking tuning into the game. They're supporting the Marlins up in Kansas. Reese gets a big block on Krislovich. And then there's a kick ball there by Keegan Tudhope. Also want to thank all the Townsville basketball sponsors, A. Gabrielli Constructions, Dennis's Computers, Q Solutions, Beehive, Mendy Constructions, and Grilled Townsville. Smith backing down against Reese. They've had a few battles over the years. Breyer's pass out to Krislovich. And there's a shot clock violation. The Blue Crew loves it. Not sure if Coach O'Loughlin will be happy with that for Cairns.
The light blue crew didn't love it, being the Cairns boys. Again, I don't think Big Fab knew the clock was winding down.
Wiltshire running the show here. He's got Kwani on him. Goes to the left hand, finds a cutting Tudhope, who lost it on the way up.
Yeah, really well defended from K squared. And Wiltshire made a great pass, but Tudhope just lost it as he took it up.
And I like what the Marlins do here. They got Kwani running the show. And there's Smith on the block. Finds Krislovich. Left-handed layup is off. Good defense there from Froling, and Froling looking to bust out. He's in a bit of trouble. A lot of contact. They're going to call a jump ball. Coach Anderson doesn't like it. Froling doesn't like it.
I think there was a couple of Townsville guys that disagreed.
The Blue Crew definitely didn't like it either.
You got a thick skin up here if you're a referee.
Wiltshire thought about it, finds Froling wide open from the wing. That rattles home. Second three-pointer of the night from Harry Froling gives Townsville an 8-point lead. Drolina looking to get on track from deep. That one's off the front of the rim. And Froling with the baseball pass has it stolen. Bit of extended minutes here for the Cairns bench as well. Smith's pass is stolen. Wiltshire has it. It's a 3-on-3. Wiltshire spins. Floater is too strong.
Well, Jolene is really going to be their offensive scoring threat with this group. And he recognizes the mismatch here against Froling.
Elbow jumper from Drolina is too strong. Tipped around. Krizlovic recovers for the Marlins. He gets it back. Wants to do some work against Reese. Squares him up. Turnaround jump shot in and out. And Froling gets it for Townsville.
Yet to score in the second quarter. Missed a couple of good looks for Cairns.
Froling through the contact finishes plus the foul. Froling's been excellent to start on the offensive end for Townsville.
Yeah, Smith just a little late on the rotation. Good concentration and strength from Froling to finish for the M1.
So Baker and Crawford check back in for Townsville. Newellaway, Fisher, and Joel Matusek check in for Cairns. So Kwani getting a breather, Pryor also, and Matty Smith. Froling into double figures. Now he's got 11, and the lead 11.
The free beer in the blue crew, Johnny, down there, you think? Or?
Maybe. Good cut. Fisher can't finish with the left hand, though. It was a good look from Krizlovic.
Yeah, nice pass and a good cut from Fisher.
Wiltshire guarded by Krizlovic. He's going to shoot over the big man. Hits the back of the rim, and Krizlovic with the D-board.
Yeah, for me, that was just Wiltsh with a little bit of I've only shot the ball one time. I'm just going to load up here. Wasn't a great look. Again, but he's been sharing the ball really well, so yeah, just let it go. As far as let the offense flow, which he's been doing a really good job at.
Newellaway got called for the foul on the rebound. Jet back into the game for Wiltshire. Townsville's got Jet, Froling, Tudhope, Baker, and Crawford. Cairns answering with Drolina, Krizlovic, Matusek, Newellaway, and Fisher. Jet gets the screen from Baker. Is going to fire the top of the key three. It's short. Tipped around. Tudhope nearly knocked it in.
Unique offensive rebounding technique.
Matusek goes inside. Newellaway squares up with Froling. Turnaround hook shot from Newellaway is good.
I really like that. I think he's got good speed, and it's going to bother Froling all game long.
30-21 Townsville leads. Baker spins to the left hand, lost it on the way up. We're going to say he was fouled by Newellaway, so Justin Baker, the shot maker, going to the free throw line for two. There is a timeout taken by the Marlins, so we'll take one as well. Just about 5:20 to go in the first half. Heat up 9 on the Marlins. Live here from Star 106.3 FM Stadium in Townsville. Back with you here from Star 106.3 FM Stadium in Townsville. If you're watching on YouTube, let us know you're watching. Let us know who you are and where you're watching from so we could get you a shout out. Baker missed that first one, Dave. We talked in that timeout off air, but this is a similar kind of start in that quarterfinal and semifinal for Cairns where they were down to start, but they slowly chipped away in that back end of the second quarter.
Yeah, Marlins fans, stay calm. This is what they've done the last couple of weeks. And it was about this period in the middle of the second where they really locked down, got stops, and offensively got a bit of good flow.
There's a foul inside. That one's going to go against Matty Reese. That's his second personal. First team foul against Townsville with 5 to go in the first. Half, I should say. Gerlina's shot is off. Tipped around. Baker grabs it. Nearly lost it, but recovers. Jordair Jett, former Defensive Player of the Year in the NBL, doing a good job on Gerlina so far in the first half, Dave.
Yeah, I liked, he was talking a little smack. I'm not a good lip reader, but I think it was something like, I got you covered. And so far, he has.
Jett missed the three. Fisher gets inside, throws it up. It doesn't fall, but he's fouled. And the captain, Anthony Fisher, going to go to the free throw line. He's also been phenomenal, Dave, in this postseason here in the QBL finals.
He has. Fisher's been terrific. And again, last week he looked really good in that sort of middle pick and roll action where he's such a high Q guy that he makes great decisions and good reads out of it. Gerlina, 1 of 8, Johnny, to start the game. A little slow compared to the last couple of weeks where he's been on fire, and we talked a little bit about that, is can sustain it. I mean, they weren't terrific this season. They sort of snuck in at the end, got hot at the right time, and confidence is everything in basketball, so they're riding the confidence, which is great. But again, they didn't shoot the 3-ball super duper all year long. So it's where are they going to get some points from? 22 points with 4 minutes to go in the first half is pretty light.
Fisher went 1 of 2. Townsville's up 9, 31-22 with about 4 minutes to go in the first half. Alley-oop, Froling catches it, blocked from behind, but he's fouled. There's a bit of contact in there somewhere. Let's see who they give this one to. Yeah,
good read and a great pass from Jett. He's been doing a really good job of facilitating early for the Heat.
That one went against Krislovich. Nathan Lemke out there also for Cairns. Shout out to our guy Malcolm tuning in on the YouTube feed. Froling missed the first one. Second one is up. That's good. Going to be really interesting to see Froling down in Adelaide. Joey Wright's done a great job with a lot of the young up-and-coming players, and he's got a couple with Froling and Jack McVeigh as Gerlina gets the finger roll to fall.
Yeah, he does have a couple of good young kids coming in. And Joey Wright, obviously one of the best coaches in Australia.
Jett also going to be back in the NBL playing with Illawarra under head coach Rob Beveridge. A lot of people think Josh Wiltshire deserves a look in the NBL. Foul line jump shot smooth from Wiltshire. So lead back is up to 10 for Townsville. Lemke backing down against Baker, picks up his dribble as it's stripped. Froling recovers.
Good D from Baker. Now he's got a good seal.
Wiltshire gets inside, left-handed layup is good.
And a lot of that good work was because Baker sealed early. They needed to switch. They didn't communicate very well. Sent Lemke out on Wiltshire, and Wiltshire's like, come on, man, I got you covered. You can't stay in front of me.
A lot of contact there. Jett got the block, but he was also whistled for the foul. And Fisher really being aggressive, not settling for the jump shot, getting into the paint, and draws himself a foul and goes to the free throw line for 2. Quani and Pryor check back in for Matusek and Lemke. Just about 2:50 to go here in the first half. First one from Fisher is good. I really hope Fisher gets a bit of a run up there in cans come NBL season. Hits the second one. He's been around that program for a few years now. Crawford steps into a long three and hits nothing but the bottom of the net. And that's what Crawford does.
Yeah, well contested three, but just too good. Rises up and whacks one in Fisher's face.
Pryor in the corner, three-pointer is strong. Baker defensive rebound.
Good looking. Pryor can certainly hit that. He's been good off the bench for them as Jet sort of forces a quick shot.
39-26 the lead. We're under 2 to go in the first half. Krizlovic is open, top of the key three. Hits just the backboard, and Crawford gets the board. Three-point shot not fallen so far tonight for Cairns, Dave.
Yeah, it's really not. Only 7 points here in the second quarter. 1 of 8 from the three, Johnny, to start the game.
Baker's going to fire a jump shot. That's off. Jolina gets it out to Fisher now. They're going to get Baker for the touch foul inside. Blocking foul against Krizlovic. Both teams with 4 team fouls. Fisher finds Krizlovic. Quani's open. Good ball movement. Jolina wide open for 3. Can't get that one to fall. Jet has it now. Skips it to Froling in the corner for 3. That's long. Fisher gets inside. Scoop shot is short. Gets his own rebound. Puts it up, and he blows the layup. Just not falling at the moment for the Marlins. 13 points the lead here for the Heat with 40 to go in the first half. Wilchard creates some space, fires the 3, hits the front of the rim. There's a foul inside. It's going to go against Harry Froling. It's the 15th foul against Townsville, so Jolina going to go to the free throw line for 2 shots. It looks like there's a timeout on the floor. Coach Anderson wants to chat with the referees. With that timeout, we'll take a quick one as well. 35 seconds to go in the half. Stay tuned for the conclusion of this first half of action. Back with you here at Star 106.3 FM Stadium in Townsville. It's the Heat up 13 on their rivals, the Cairns Marlins. It's been a slow shooting night here for the Marlins, Dave. After 2 hot weeks, it's really, really cooled down here in the first half.
Well, you're being a bit kind. I'd call 2 of 16 in the second quarter pretty rough.
And particularly from 3. The 3-point, they shot for the quarters and semis, over 50% from the field and over 50 from three.
Yeah, 1 of 8 from three so far to start the game. But again, 12 points isn't much. And if you have a 2 of 16 quarter and you're only down 12, you've got to be feeling okay, because you know that hopefully the basketball gods will mix it up a little bit, and you'll be due for a couple of easy buckets.
And Cairns comes out with a bit of pressure with about 25 seconds to go. Wilcher has it. Picks up his dribble. His pass nearly stolen. They're going to get Jelena, though, for the kick ball.
I don't know, because it's JT's last home game, but there has been more kick balls tonight than the season combined, Johnny. It's about 5 already.
Jacoby Hunter out there for the Marlins with Pryor, Jelena, Krislovich, and Kwani. They just gave Rod Anderson a bench warning, it looks like. Jet has it now. There's a 10 on the shot clock. 5. Jet looking to go one-on-one with Jelena. Gets inside. Left-handed layup is short. Krislovich has it with 6 on the clock. Pryor now looking to kick ahead to Jelena. Jelena fires a 3. There's contact, no call. And the referees thought they were going to give Jelena the flop warning. They're not going to, and that's going to end the first half. It was a good look for Jelena. Might have rushed it a little bit, but at the big break, it's an 11-point lead for the Heat. Slow shooting night for Cairns, but they're within striking distance at the break. Townsville doing a really good job defensively, though, shutting down those shooters.
Yeah, they have, and again, Townsville scrapped really well, rotated, etc. Done a good job to hold them to 28. As I said, something like 2 of 16 from that second quarter, and now built a good lead. Now the key for them is to, I guess, not attempt to blow it all up like they did last week.
Let's see what happens, though. It is halftime, so we'll take a break. We'll come back with the second half of action. It's Townsville up 11, 39-28 over the Cairns Marlins, live here from Star 106.3 FM Stadium in Townsville. Back with you here at Star 106.3 FM Stadium in Townsville. At halftime, it's an 11-point lead for the Townsville Heat. Want to do a quick shout out to Ron and Jenny Vanderjack, watching all the action live from Timber Creek on the WA Northern Territory border. I think they're going for Townsville, not sure, I think.
Yeah.
And also got to give a shout out to Colleen Lander, cheering for the Marlins all the way from Belfast, Northern Ireland. Is that an O'Loughlin thing? That's got to be an O'Loughlin thing.
Top of the morning to her, eh?
That's at the half. It's an 11-point lead for Townsville, Dave. It was a pretty rough first half of action for the Marlins. They're only down 11. Townsville, though, got to give them credit. They did a good job defensively. I'm not saying it's all cans missing, because Townsville doing a really good job, in particular, quieting down Jerlina and Anthony Fisher in that first half.
Yeah, they really did, and I think Jerlina 2 of 11, and realistically, other than Michael Ndwelwe 4 of 6, no one else has really done a great deal for Cairns. So 2 of 17 in that second quarter has been really tough. And again, we sort of talked off air. I wouldn't be feeling good about myself, but I'm feeling good that we're not down 22, which is probably where they should have been, shooting the ball as badly as they have. So 11 points is nothing. And again, I'd be really reinforcing for Coach O'Loughlin. We've been here the last 2 weeks, boys. Again, lockdown, move the ball. Really like the Ndwelwe matchup. I think they need to try and give him a few more touches. 4 of 6. And he's a tough cover for Froling. Obviously, Froling's got him for size, but I think Ndwelwe has him on speed. And again, just look to go to him a little bit, make the Townsville guys make an adjustment, and then you might get some of those shooters like Fisher and KK and Jelena open.
I thought Townsville did a really good job to start the game looking inside and trying to take advantage of that size matchup inside with Froling and Baker. But they kind of got away from it there in the back end of that second half.
Yeah, it got a little loose, pretty unstructured the last 5 or 6 minutes, that's for sure. And I think for Townsville, they just need to sort of stay in their structure. Obviously, nice little steady diets of Jet and PC.
And there's Jerlina missing his first attempt of the second half. Wilcher comes down with it. Want to make sure that we shout out the Townsville basketball sponsors, A. Gabrielli Constructions, Dennis's Computers, Q Solutions, as Froling doing work on the offensive glass. Also want to thank Beehive, Mendy Constructions, and Grilled Townsville. And again, also want to give a shout out to TCTC, the crew here from TCTC, doing a great, excellent job on the production tonight as Ndwelwe shakes free inside for the lay-in.
And that's the action that I think will get Cairns back into the ball game. Nice little, it's not sort of high-low action, but again, the big-to-big of Big Fab and Ndwelwe working together on that baseline.
Baker with a deep seal, gets it up and puts it in.
And on cue, we get a little big-to-big action from Townsville.
And that's where Townsville really has the advantage, Dave. And I think when they went away from it is when they started to struggle. Good show there by Froling. Kwani finds Ndwelwe, who lost it. Baker comes up with the steal. Jet gonna get Kwani for the block.
Geez, I think he did a pretty fair job, but tough call. Those little 50-50s.
Again, referees tonight, Mark Mill, Alex McEwen, and Luke Patrick. The QBL referees for the 2018 season are proudly sponsored by Reliable Insurance Solutions. To get the right call on your insurance, contact the team at Reliable Insurance Solutions. Crawford's three hits the front of the rim and rolls out. Fisher with the big defensive rebound, kicks ahead for Jelena. Jelena probing with the dribble, finds Krislovich. Krislovich backing down against Baker, kicks it out. Fisher along the baseline, throws up the left-handed teardrop and gets it a fall. He's a right-hander. I just want to remind everybody that was tough.
And again, I like that because well, that was his first bucket, 1 of 4 now. And he just needs to get involved because the last couple of weeks, as Fisher goes, so do the Marlins.
Krizlovic with the left hand gets it to roll. Crawford finds Wilcher in the corner and bring it back out for Jet. Jet flips it up and can't get it to fall. And Fisher then is fouled by Wilcher. Dave having a bit of a laugh. I think he overheard some of the choice words Coach Anderson had for the referees. Krizlovic squaring up with Froling. Gonna shoot the jumper over and hit it.
Sweet move. Big Fab face up. Cash.
Here's Froling now out to Crawford. It was the last week, Dave, against the Capitals where Townsville struggled in that second half. See if it was an anomaly as Baker rolls to the rim, lays it in, but he gets called for the travel before.
Well, bad luck, but terrific pass from Wilcher. Right on the money.
Just thread the needle.
I know he wants to score, but you know, for me tonight, when he looks to pass and facilitate, Townsville look amazing. And just a couple times he's trying to force it.
Fisher gets called for the offensive foul. There's a lot of contact on that one. Fisher a bit frustrated. I think that was his second or third.
You got to tell Coach Anderson he got the call.
Yeah, they're still having a good chat, Coach Anderson and referee Mark Mill.
I'd say that'll be the last chat they'll have.
Oh, yeah, Rod's definitely teetering on the verge of a technical. His team's up 9. Jet, left hand, floater off. Baker tipped it. Newellaway comes down with it. Fisher finds Krizlovic, who finds Newellaway, who rocks it with 2 hands.
This is the Cairns Marlins that we've seen the last few weeks, Johnny. I really like the body language. These guys are getting pumped up just like they did last week. And Townsville, they're looking a little shaky again.
Nice rip through there by Froling. Floats one up. It's strong. Jet misses the tip, but Froling doesn't miss the second tip.
Yeah, great job forcing the action. Froling, aggressive take.
Jolina, nice pass inside, dumps it off. Newellaway pump fakes, puts it up. Can't get it to drop, but he's fouled by Froling.
They do a really good job of their bigs passing, don't they, Johnny? Just elite passing over the last few weeks from their bigs trying to find each other, whether it's short corner and baseline, etc. I really like what Froling did that last possession too, Johnny. Again, they looked a little shaky. He just says, listen, I'm just going to go get buckets. Nice aggressive move, missed a shot with the putback. I think what he's saying is we're going to learn it from last week, boys.
Newellaway hit the first one. Second one good as well for Newellaway. So 7 points the lead for Townsville, 47-40. About 6 to go in the third. Wilcher guarded by Kwani. Goes to his right side, scoops it up, doesn't get it to drop, but he's fouled. It's gonna go against Kwani, so Wilcher will go to the line for 2.
They've done a good job all year of finding those, or getting to the foul line, fifth best in the league this year. However, only shot 68%.
Where's Josh Wilcher sit for you, Dave, with all the talented guards across this QBL competition in 2018, he's got to be up there with the best of them.
Yeah, absolutely. And as I said, I mean, his playmaking has been really, really terrific. And it's just a fine balance between his playmaking and then when does he look to go score, because, you know, he did average 20 points or thereabouts this year. But equally tonight, I just find his facilitation has been terrific.
Newellaway gets it to fall. As Townsville went to that zone, Newellaway just went right down the middle of the paint.
Well, I like it. He's my X factor based on what I've seen in this first 25 minutes.
There's Wilcher now working off of a Froling screen. Froling opens up. It's going to fire the three. It's nothing but the bottom of the net from Harry Froling. Yeah, it's his second or third tonight, Dave.
Yeah, Wilcher's 6th assist. Again, that facilitation role, setting up his team.
Jolina with the left hand, a lot of contact. There's a foul called. I think they're going to give that one to Baker. Justin Baker doesn't like the call.
Well, I don't know what he's arguing about. I mean, he was far from in a good defensive position.
He had left his feet. He was turned around a bit. So it made it an easy call there for
Well, it was probably lucky, to be honest, that Froling was kind of getting out of the way a bit, because you could maybe even have called it on him, which would have been his 4th.
So Jolina at the free throw line for a couple. Hits the first. You're looking at the fouls. Harry Froling's got 3 for Townsville. Wilcher's got 2 as Jolina hits the second. And for Cairns, Fisher's got 3. Quani with 2. Newellaway with 2. So referee's letting them play tonight, which is nice. Wilcher, guarded now by Newellaway, is going to fire a deep 3. Newellaway got a piece of that one. Ball went out of bounds off of Jolina, so it's going to stay with Townsville with 4 seconds to go on the shot clock. Pryor going to come back in for the Marlins. Quani getting a breather. Good screen from Wilcher, gets Crawford open for 3. He rattles it home.
Massive shot. Newellaway did a pretty good job. They did a great job to get him open, and Newellaway did a really good job to help, but PC still hit it.
Nice pass from Newellaway. Krislovich can't finish, but he's fouled. It's going to go against Justin Baker, and Krislovich goes to the line for 2.
3rd foul for Baker now.
So a little bit of trouble.
Front line. And again, what I like is you got to keep attacking that. Not much in it for Baker's foul, but it was a foul. Good call.
Good pass, though, too, from Newellaway to Krislovich. Really, those interior passes are tough, Dave, especially that close to the basket.
And they've done it with precision over the last few weeks.
Krislovich hits them both. Marlins hanging around. Lead is 9 for Townsville, 55-46. McCulley, now Crawford. Wilcher denied by Newellaway. Goes to the left hand instead. Reverse layup is good from Josh Wilcher. That's just a tough read and a good finish by Welch.
Yeah, well, terrific finish from Wilcher, but no help for Cairns. You got to plug that middle and get a blue shirt in front of him.
Jolina finds Krislovich. He'll fire another 3. That hits the front of the rim. Townsville seems to be happy with him shooting those 3s tonight, Dave. Baker inside, pass is tipped by Krislovich. Going to stay with Townsville. They've got 14 on the shot clock. Baker gets the inbounds, goes up strong and finishes strong. Fisher gets inside. Floater is too strong. Gets his own rebound. Goes up with it again with the left hand and finishes.
Is he, like, do you reckon he's carrying an injury or something, Johnny? I mean, that's like the 5th left-hand shot for Fisher today.
Maybe he likes that left-handed floater.
And he hasn't he hasn't attempted a 3.
Wilcher nearly came up with the steal. Crawford hit another deep one. There's the right hand from Fisher. He's fouled before he gets the shot off.
That's 2 shots anyway, bonus.
Now they're going to, it is in the penalty, so he's going to the line for 2 shots. Smith and Kwani checking in. Jolina and Newellaway going to get a breather. Free throw good there from Fisher.
Third quarter, it's 20 each, Johnny, and I guess the Cairns, they've got to be feeling okay, but they needed to chip away at this lead a little bit. You know, if they got it down to 4 or 5 or 6, then they'd start to even feel better about themselves. But Townsville's done a good job. Cairns had a good start, and Townsville's settled now. The last few minutes, getting through their sets, particularly the last couple of minutes. Good action.
Baker is fouled. And you like Baker on the block. He's tough cover.
Yeah, he really is. Again, just making the referees make a call. Being physical and aggressive, going at big Matt Smith.
Jet gonna get some more minutes here. McCulley gets a breather.
2 of 8 for Jet, 4 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 turnovers.
Baker hits the first one.
17 points now for Baker, Johnny. 7 and 9 from the floor, 7 rebounds. Been really efficient. Just got to stay out of foul trouble.
He's got 3.
He's got 3, so is Froling. So if one of the big guys picks up their 4th, quickly that'll make Coach Anderson have to make a decision as to how they're gonna start.
Long pass is tipped out of bounds by Matty Reese. Looks like Townsville gonna go maybe back to that zone. Kwani gonna fire the 3. Tipped up by Smith, recovered by Crawford though for Townsville. Wilcher keeps that dribble alive. Baker's open, fires the 3. That hits nothing but net.
Well, we talked about the 3-ball, Johnny.
Then Matt Smith gets called for the moving screen.
One of 13 from 3 tonight, John, for Cairns. We talked about, can the hot shooting continue? The answer is, so far tonight, hell no.
Not yet. Cairns looking for some sort of spark. They're down 16. And again, a lot of contact. They're going to get Pryor for an unsportsmanlike foul. That was really heavy contact. Don't think there was any intent in that or malice. It was just heavy contact as Pryor's trying to go through the screen.
Wouldn't mind seeing a replay on that, Johnny.
Love to see the replay, but we don't have it, unfortunately.
It is a big call to call it unsportsmanlike.
It's just a heavy impact, though. Wilcher hit the deck, Pryor hit the deck.
Yeah, I don't know, though. I mean, you know, again, from this angle, yeah. Obviously, Mark saw something that we didn't.
Wilcher goes 1 of 2.
They're digging themselves a pretty big hole here now. Down 17, minute 41 on the clock.
Dude Hub out there with Jet, Wilcher, Reese, and Crawford. Jet Gets inside, jumper, rolls home. Lead is 19 now for Townsville. The championship quarter as Fisher banks one home. How he kept his pivot on that, I have no idea.
Chewing gum.
Crawford's gonna fire a deep three. That's off the back of the rim, and Wiltshire chases down the rebound. Under a minute to go now, Townsville up 17. Wiltshire shakes, goes right, fires the three, hits the bottom of the net. He's fired up, Townsville's fired up, they're up 20.
Wow.
Fisher gets inside, finds Smith, fires the jump shot, that's good. Townsville can pretty much hold for the final shot. There's about 0.3 of a second differential between the game and shot clock. They're gonna go to Jordair Jet. He gets past his defender, picks up his dribble, nearly loses it, a lot of contact, ball goes out of bounds off of Tudhope. So it's gonna be Cairns ball with 8.8 seconds to go. Jared Figg seeing the court for the first time this evening for Townsville. So they got Figg. Jerlina takes the inbounds. He's got 4, hands off for Fisher, out to Krislovich. There's a foul inside though. See who they give this one to. It's gonna go against Figg, so they're in the penalty. It's gonna be 2 shots for Cairns. Blue Crew didn't like it. Figg must be a fan favorite of the Blue Crew, I'm assuming. Got confirmation. Can the Blue Crew let us know? Yeah, Regan Baker, our resident referee, saying there's too much contact not to call it as an unsportsmanlike, so.
There was a lot of contact, yeah.
Fisher hit them both. Townsville will have 3 seconds to go. And then another foul called. That goes against Nathan Lemke. And that's going to be free throws for Townsville. Just trying to be aggressive, set the defense. Reese going to go to the free throw line though for 2. Jacoby Hunter back on the court, as is Matusek. So I think there was an illegal substitution somewhere. Froling has to come back in. With Reese at the free throw line for 2 shots. That one's too strong. Reese missed them both. Jet with the offensive rebound, puts it in to beat the quarter time buzzer. That one hurts. And Townsville's gonna go into the quarter time break, Dave, up 18, 74-56. Cairns looked like they were about to make a comeback, but Townsville turned the heat right up.
Yeah, they certainly did, and really did everything they needed to do, squeeze it out, finish the quarter really well. A lot of work here to do for Cairns. Big lead.
Big lead for Townsville. Quarter time break. We'll take one as well. 74-56 the lead for Townsville over Cairns. Live here from Star 106.3 FM Stadium in Townsville. Back with you here at Star 106.3 FM Stadium in Townsville. 74-56 the lead for Cairns, Dave. And it was the Townsville Heat turning it up there in the third quarter to take this lead out to 18.
Yeah, sorry, Johnny. 35, we were talking off air, 33-point quarter. It's a 35-point quarter. Championship quarter. Townsville's done a terrific job to set himself up to go up 1-0 in this grand final.
And they're doing it through a really well-balanced attack. Wiltshire hit a couple big ones. Baker as well. PC had a couple. And this is where that starting five, that talent spread across that starting five for Townsville really shown in that third.
Yeah, 1 of 13 from 3 like we talked about. Townsville doing a good job too. Obviously, a lot of rebounds with all the bricks. So they're plus 12 on the rebounding.
Froling spins baseline, reverse layup up and good for Harry Froling. The big man using the footwork to work the baseline. Jelena dumps it off, Nuelaway. Jump stop, left-handed layup is good. He's been arguably their best player tonight, Nuelaway, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, he really has. 16 points now for Nuelaway.
Baker has it, goes high. Froling, though, gets called for the foul. Pushing off on Fisher, that's his fourth.
Great job from Fisher. Froling just got a little excited. Looks at the coach and says, please leave me in.
What did Fisher do there that you liked?
Well, he just fronted it when he knew they switched, and he just fronted it. And again, they thought they'd get a nice, easy pass, but Fisher was too smart and again proactively moved his feet, got in front.
He dumps it off for Krizlovic to lay in.
They got to attack Froling here for the next few minutes and make Coach Anderson make a decision. I'd be going at Nuelaway or Fab in the block every single time. You just saw Froling just backed off and basically let him have a layup.
Wiltshire dumps it off. Pass is stolen by Nuelaway. Krizlovic kicks ahead. Kwani now ahead to Fisher. Left-handed layup is good. Quick little run cuts the deficit to 16, and Coach Anderson wants a timeout.
Yeah, good timeout. Sorry, Johnny. Just have a quick little talk about how they're going to do it, because if Froling's going to be a passenger, take him out.
All right, well, there's that timeout on the floor. We'll see what Coach Anderson does coming out of it. 8:29 to go in the game. 76-62 the lead for Townsville over Cairns from your Star 106.3 FM Stadium in Townsville. All right, we're back out of that timeout, and we do see Harry Froling get a breather. Rep Matty Reese checks in for Townsville. They've got Baker, Reese, PC, Wiltshire, and Jet. Cairns answers with Fisher, Jelena, Krizlovic, Nuelaway, and Kwani.
Well, Jelena and Krizlovic, 5 of 22 combined, which has hurt him because they've been really good. That's going to be a light blue ball. Ooh.
I'm going to say it went off the hands of Nuelaway.
Thought it came off Baker.
Crawford inbounds to Reese. Now Wiltshire has it, finds Baker wide open at the free throw line. That's a layup for Justin Baker.
Yeah, both teams done a really good job of those little pocket passes off the pick and roll action, Johnny. Really good skill from both guys.
Krizlovic threw it up, Nuelaway recovered it. And he goes up with the left hand, banks it home, plus the foul.
Big bucket.
That's a tough bucket there from Michael Nuelaway. His hot play continues here tonight in game one.
2 fouls now for Reese. Nuelaway, I think that's going to give him his 20th point of the game. On 9 of 11. Settle down.
Oh, they helped Newellaway miss it. The blue crew rattles Newellaway, and he misses the free throw. Kansas down 14. There's Jett with it now on the wing. He'll fire a three. Baker offensive rebound. He's blocked by Fisher. Newellaway no look for Krislovich. He goes up strong. It's too strong. Tipped around. Crawford recovers. But his pass stolen by Kwani to lay it in.
12-point game.
Cans
Plenty
just
of time.
Hanging around here, Dave.
Plenty of time. Townsville faithful looking to turn up the noise. And I reckon it won't be too long before Froling checks back in.
Reese out to Wilcher, who fires the three. It's short. Kwani with the defensive rebound. He wants to push. Terlina from the corner. Three hits the front of the rim. Nearly rebounded by Fisher. Got knocked out of bounds off of Fisher. And they're going to give a flop warning to Josh Wilcher. .640 to go in this one. Cans trying to will themselves back into it. Townsville looking to put the dagger into him. There's Froling back on the court. Spins, throws up a wild one, but he's fouled. A lot of contact. See who they give that one to. Going to go against Michael Newellaway. Froling going to go to line for two.
I can't quite decipher what the cheer from the Townsville crew is, Johnny.
No, they're over in that tower over there. They must want to see someone on the bench get some minutes. But Coach Anderson rolling with his starters at the moment. Froling goes 1 of 2. Krislovich working against Froling. Fadeaway hook shot's good. That's a nice move there from Krislovich.
Well, you can do the same thing we talked about before Froling got subbed. If he's not going to play any defense, you just got to attack him. Plain and simple.
Baker squares up. Kwani draws the charge. Rod Anderson doesn't like the call.
I feel a Cairns come back here, Johnny.
Well, they're only down 11, so after getting down by 18, they've chipped away a little bit. Clock has 5:45 to go in the game.
K squared, moved his feet, did a great job. He's been really good tonight.
Very good defensively. Shot the ball pretty well, and Townsville goes back to his own. Krislovich goes right at it, misses the layup, gets his own rebound, put back no good, and then Newellaway is fouled. And if that goes against Harry Froling, that's his 5th.
He's done.
And that is going to be against Froling, and he's done for the night with 5:30 to go in the game. Froling had a huge impact in this one like he always does, Dave, but he's done now with 5:30 to left.
Where's the timeout?
In game one.
Where's the timeout count here, Johnny? I don't know. Interesting period here.
Tudhope and Reese going to check in. Baker going to get a breather. And again, Froling picked up his 5th, so he's done for the night.
Interesting sub, Baker out. No surprise who's going to get the ball here in this next few minutes, which is PC running off his screens. Wiltshire and Jet looking to isolate. Why is there no lineup? Just something to do?
I don't think that they're, I don't know. Don't know what they called. So Noelaway hit 1 of 2.
Was there a tech, Johnny? Must have been.
It must have been some sort of tech. Yeah, someone did get a tech. I don't know if it was Froling or Rod Anderson. We missed it. But the lead for Townsville now is cut to 9, 79-70, 5:30 to go in the game. Harry Froling's fouled out. Grislovich likes the matchup. Good hesitation. Hook shot's good. It's 7 the deficit now.
7-point game. This is the period where Townsville looked a bit shaky too. Watching their last quarter last week, they really struggled.
And this is what Cairns did to Mackay last weekend as well. And Grislovich gets called for the foul. Fighting for position with Matty Reese.
Only 2 fouls.
2 team fouls. There's 5 against Townsville. I think that's Grislovich's 3rd personal though. Wiltshire going one-on-one with Fisher. He's blocked, another block by Fisher, and it goes out of bounds off of Josh Wiltshire.
Another great job on the stop. 5 points for the Heat, Johnny, in this 4th quarter to plus 11, Cairns 4th. I think they just go back to a little bit of simple high pick and roll action. I agree, I think they like the Fab on Reese matchup. Again, watch out for Jelena. This is the sort of period where he had that big 3 last week that
Noelaway puts Tudhope on skates, drops it off. Grislovich finishes. 5 points now, the deficit for Cairns. They've mounted the comeback. Can they complete it? Let's see if Townsville can respond. Crawford step back 3, hits the front of the rim. Wiltshire, big offensive board. And Jet gets inside. His layup is good. Townsville needed that one in the worst way.
Yeah, great answer from Jet.
Noelaway is fouled by Tudhope.
Well, probably not a bad option, to be honest, because if he gets a decent catch, it's 2 points or an M1, so at least Noelaway is going to have to go and earn 2 here.
Yeah, Townsville in the penalty. They're in the penalty. Cairns only with 2 team fouls here in the 4th.
Oh, so Johnny. Look, we're just looking on the live stats. Baker must have got the tech because he's fouled out too.
Wow. No Baker, no Froling. Down 5. Jet looking to get inside. He's fouled on his way to the basket, so he's going to go to the line for 2 shots.
Jet goes to the line. He's done a good job the last couple of possessions of demanding the ball.
83-76 the score. Fisher's gonna fire a three, hits the side of the rim. Rebound to Reese. Jet fires a three. That's a huge bucket there for Jordair Jet, and Townsville's lead is back up to 10. Coach O'Loughlin forced to take a timeout. We're gonna take one as well. 3:17 to go in game one. Townsville up 10. We're live from Star 106.3 FM Stadium in Townsville. Back with you live here at Star 106.3 FM Stadium in Townsville. It's shaping up to be an exciting finish. Cans chopped away, got the deficit down to single digits, but Jordair Jet has heated up, and the lead back out to 10 now for Townsville.
Yeah, just too good individually the last couple of possessions for Jet.
Newellaway gets it on the block against Tudhope. Loses the dribble, has to go back out. Jerlina back to Newellaway, out to Kwani. He's gonna fire the wing three. It's good from Kwani. He shot the ball well from deep for Cans today.
Yeah, great answer. K-squared, 14 points, 6 of 9. And again, great defense.
Wilcher gets inside, flips it up and in, plus the foul. Josh Wilcher snapped Krizlovich's ankles on his way to the bucket.
Krizlovich fouled out now, Johnny. Jared Pryor coming in.
So Krizlovich done for the night. His team down 9, 2:40 to go. Wilcher with a three-point play opportunity. He converts. So back to 10 now for Townsville. Newellaway behind the back. It gets inside, double teamed out to Pryor. Wing three is up and good. Pryor with a big three.
Back to 7.
And Cans doesn't want to go home just yet. They're not ready to call it a night. Three-pointers starting to fall here in the fourth. Jet fires a deep one that hits the front of the rim. PC's going to fire another three, and that's what. Back to 10. Every time Kansas hit a big shot, Townsville has responded. Jerlina turnaround jump shot rolls in and out.
Well, I hope Jelina's come crashing back to earth tonight, Johnny. 2 of 14.
Jet with the no-look pass. Kwani comes up with the steal. He wants to push. Gets into the paint. Layup is no good, but he's fouled. Looks like that one's going to go against Matty Reese, and Kwani to the line for 2 shots. Can's going to take the timeout. We're going to take one as well. About 1:30 to go in this one, and Townsville up 10. Good timeout there from Coach Jamie O'Loughlin with his team down 10, 1:34 to go in this one. Dave, I got to ask the question. Down 10, 1:34, too little, too late?
It's probably a little too late, but every time Cairns has thrown a good punch, Townsville's answered. So they've done a really good job in this fourth quarter of replying well. Got it back to 7. But Townsville back up 10.
Kwani at the free throw line hits his first.
I think they've done enough work to close it out, get the ball in Wiltshires and Jets' hands. You got about 3 possessions each-ish.
Kwani missed it. That's a big miss. Tudhope chases down the rebound. Got to think the pressure's coming here from Cairns. Wiltshire gets fouled by Pryor. That's a blocking foul. That's put Cairns in the penalty, so Wiltshire going to go to the free throw line for 2. And Townsville looks like they're going to wrap this game up from the free throw line with 1:25 to go, Dave. Wiltshire hits the first. Second one good as well for Wiltshire. Cairns going to have to try and score a couple quick ones and force a turnover. Fisher gets inside, misses the right-handed layup. Tudhope with the rebound. Wiltshire gets free. He's double teamed, a lot of contact. Tudhope has it. There's 3 on the shot clock. Crawford's going to step back, fire the jump shot. Jerlina with the rebound. Up ahead for Fisher. Fisher picks up his dribble, gets it back to Jerlina. Good move to the basket. Jerlina drops one. No foul here from Cairns, so they're going to let Townsville work the clock. They come up with the steal, though. Fisher up ahead. Jerlina lays it in. 7 points. Now the lead for Townsville, and Townsville is going to be forced to call the timeout. Wiltshire looks a little shaken up. Let's hope he's all right. I think it might be a cramp. Townsville wanted the foul call. They didn't get it, Dave. 31 seconds to go. The timeout's got to be just to kind of settle the troops.
Yeah, the only potential foul was KK on the top of Fisher.
Team on team foul.
As they both come up with a steal. But, you know, I think it'd be good, you know, let's just call this one done, but good for Jelena to get a couple buckets late too, and, you know, feel a little bit better about himself. Had a bit of a rough night, but he's been terrific for them the last couple of weeks. So, you know, quite simply, just too big a gap that Cairns gave them early on. And I think it was 20, did they have 28 points in the first half, Johnny, I think? So you're just not going to win many ball games when you do that.
Yeah, and Townsville, credit to them also. I think they hung tough. They got out to that big lead in the third quarter. They took Cairns' best shot, and they've responded extremely well.
Yeah, they absolutely did. I mean, Cairns have scored more in the fourth than the first half. 31 points to close out the fourth, but just too big a lead to run down.
The deficit, and to me, the difference from the Cairns we've seen the last 2 weeks is the three-point shooting. And as you said, to me, it doesn't look like Fisher's 100% healthy.
Oh, well, you know, look out, Johnny.
Kwani with the head of steam goes right at the defense and lays it in. It's now 5 points to deficit with 18 seconds to go. And another timeout taken, Dave.
Well,
I don't know, is it over or not? Now, we kind of called it that it is, but it might not be.
Well, if they keep turning the ball over like that.
If you're Kansas, you now have to foul because there's only 19 seconds left in the game.
Yeah, they'll go for a quick steal.
They've got to try and get the quick steal, and if not, foul. We're going to keep it here, though. If you're the Cairns Marlins, you got to think you're trying to grab the steal here. If it's not a quick steal, got to go for the foul, stop the clock, and make Townsville ice this game from the free throw line. But you got to give a lot of credit also to the Townsville bench, Dave. Harry Froland fouled out with about 5.5 to go. Team struggled for a bit to start. Baker picked up that technical, and he fouled out as well. So to do it without your two big dogs up front, pretty impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, they've got to learn tomorrow night to make some adjustments as well.
So Tudhope's going to inbound. Got to think they're looking for Wilcher here. Good deny from Townsville. From Cairns. They do force the turnover without having a foul. Jerlina is going to look to get a quick one. Dumps it off. Nwelwe goes right at the defense. Misses the layup. Puts it up and in. There's 6 seconds to go. They're down by 3. They have to foul. They do foul Jet. Probably the guy, if you're on the court, the guy you want to foul, either him or Reese.
Yeah.
Townsville doing everything they can to throw this one away here. These are 2 huge free throws coming up from Jordair Jet. Don't know what the timeout situation is here, but you don't know if...
Surely they've got none left.
The 2 big ones here for Jordair Jet. The first one is no good. Let's see if Jet can finish this off. Takes a couple of dribbles. Second one's up. And that rolls home. And there is that timeout from the Cairns Marlins, their final one. 4.5 to go, Dave. Whew. Townsville faithful not ready to celebrate just yet. We nearly handed it to them, Dave, but Cairns not giving up till the final whistle, and that's what they've done all season.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, I think, you know, these kind of wins are interesting because, you know, even if Townsville get the win, they're going to not feel too good about themselves. So, you know, that's interesting going into game 2. And for Cairns, it's like, yeah, you got 1. You still got to win 2. So, you know, it's really interesting just seeing Jamie O'Loughlin just then. His body language looks pretty good, despite, obviously, them down the barrel of a 4-point game and probably going to take the first loss in the series.
It's been a spirited comeback from the Cairns Marlins, but it may just come up just a bit short. 4.5 to go. You got to think this is going to be a quick hitter here, Dave. Does it have to be a 3 at this point?
Well, I don't think so, but whatever they're going to do, they're going to have to foul immediately afterwards. We'll look for a quick steal.
Jerlina catch and shoot in the corner. 3 is up off the side of the backboard. Gets his own rebound. Second jumper is off, and that's going to do it. So the final score here in Townsville is the Heat 95, defeating the Marlins with 91. The lead got out to 18 points. Cairns did a fantastic job to get it back into single digits. But nonetheless, Dave, Townsville picking up the Game 1 win.
Yeah, great job. In particular from Baker and Froling, who combined for 45 on 17 of 35. So really efficient too. 11 rebounds and 7 rebounds between them. Their front court was excellent, and they were really well supported by Wiltsh's great penetration. He finished with 17 and 8. PC with 15, and Jet 16. For me, you know, Jet really turned it on when he needed to, and when they were desperate for him. And I really think, you know, Jet's performance late in that fourth was critical, really, to get that Game 1 win.
So, if you had to pick someone, who's your player of the game?
Well, I think Baker certainly set the scene and built that platform for the win. You know, really terrific early on. But again, I think, you know, if I'm Townsville, I wouldn't be too cocky right now, because I think Cairns are like, okay, we took that one. We're not going to give up a 20-point lead tomorrow night. And I guess we'll see you Sunday. So, you know, love these grand final series, Johnny.
That's why they're 2 out of 3. So just to recap, the Townsville Flames dropped a tough one to Spartans in the women's Game 1 matchup. The Townsville Heat bounced back to take down Cairns Marlins. So Southern Districts in the women up 1-0, and Townsville Heat up 1-0 now heading into Game 2. Don't forget, tomorrow night we will be live from 6 p.m. with the Flames Spartans Game 2 matchup, and then that'll be followed by the Heat versus the Marlins for their Game 2. But that's going to wrap things up for us here. I have a bunch of thank yous to give. I've got to thank all of the Townsville Creative Technical College crew of Charlton, Tom, and Dom, doing a great job tonight. I got to thank James Bowman and the Australian Sports Network. I also have to thank Dave Derwin on the commentary. I've been John Guarna. Thanks, everyone, for checking in with us on YouTube. And we'll see you tomorrow night live from Star 106.3 FM Stadium here in Townsville.